What is going on, everybody? Zach RC here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome along to episode number 26 of the F1 Ultimate Career Series for the British Grand Prix. If you guys did miss the last episode, make sure to go check that one out before you see this one. And of course, make sure to get subscribed for more future F1 content as the series continues on. So, round 7 of the 2021 season brings us to the British Grand Prix, our home race no less, so an occasion to perform on this time round. We've got some resource points in the bank here following the engine issues in the last race in France. So, of course, those will be all fixed. We'll change the power unit out for this Grand Prix. But in terms of upgrades, though, we'll make a few to go to our major aero one that's coming through for this episode. We've got a chassis upgrade we can try and put on the board here. It's discounted ever so slightly. So, put that to our advantage. We've got about 2,000 left. In terms of points to spend, powertrain upgrade looking promising, but we'll leave that, I think, for now. We'll go for another aero one, and we'll go for one more on the DRS front, as was the major one from the last episode, which of course we had to fix. And we'll go for one more in the durability type. We've got just enough to go for one more upgrade there. So that's 4 upgrades coming through for this race. This could be a massive power performance advantage compared to Mercedes, as that lead has been shrunk ever so slightly by the Silver Arrows. They've closed in a little bit after the race last time out. Of course, there's our power unit. Control electronics box needs to be changed. 95%, a bit held on crucially. The turbocharger, the only real danger point as of right now, is on 72%. I think we'll be okay for one more race, and we'll see out after that. Verstappen leads the championship, then he leads by 13 points. Hamilton, we sit in 3rd place now after last race win. Bottas just 4 points back from us, and of course, in terms of the rivalry, after the results in Baku and France, we actually lead Bottas by 1 point post those 2 races. So hopefully, another good results there. We could try and further that advantage going into the next few races. There's only 3 rounds to go in that rivalry, so plenty of chance for us to still win out there. So we'll advance time and get ready for the start of our home Grand Prix. Now, of course, our last British Grand Prix wasn't fantastic. We had a lot of problems with tyre temperatures, keeping us under control. Durability upgrade has failed, so 3 of the 4 upgrades come through just fine, and 1 of them has failed, unfortunately. But we'll get onto it now, and we'll have just enough time to repair that before the Grand Prix. So we'll get all 4 of our upgrades through, and hopefully that shouldn't be any issues restarting it this time round. Our weekly resources coming through nice and easy, and we'll hold off on upgrades for now. We'll keep those resource points in the bank before our next Grand Prix in Belgium post this race. But of course, our gap is still nice and healthy there to Mercedes. With the fastest car in the grid once again, it's time now to head over to Silverstone and get set for the British Grand Prix. And it's a gorgeous day at Silverstone here for qualifying for the British Grand Prix. But before we go out on the racetrack, I will have a double check of the power unit in terms of if there's any damage done from obviously simming practice. And the ICE has gone up massively, as has the turbocharger. So those 2 parts could be under threat here. The turbocharger, I don't want to run that risk again with it like we did with the control electronics box last time out. So we'll make a change to that. No penalty for that action, but of course there'll be a bit of time spent getting that fixed. The ICE, I think, will just be okay on that. That's a risk we're taking to potentially have that still in the car. And of course the energy store not looking fantastic either, so we'll be down on the ERS slightly over the course of the race, but as long as we've got a decent tank of it for qualifying, that should be all okay. So with that, we'll push on to our first qualifying lap here at Silverstone, going down the Hamilton straight and towards turn at number 1. Of course, the first lap always critical for us to get a banker in, just so we can have something to build off, and then obviously on our second lap of a run, we'll look for mistakes where we can try and gain time. So going through the opening sector now, up in towards turn number 3, over the red curb, so you want to try and avoid doing that over the course of that, trying to avoid those sausage curbs, which is of course prominent in F1 2021, off of turn 4, and that's off of turn 5 towards the Wellington straight for the first time today. Of course, the British Grand Prix this season, crucial for the iconic incident between Hamilton and Verstappen over at Copse. Hopefully we'll be able to avoid that for ourselves today to make our way at the end of the first sector. And coming through towards turns number 16 and 17, the last chicane on the circuit, making our way through and looking for a decent end to that. Bit of a slide there out of turn 16, but keeping it under wraps off the last corner and charging towards the line to complete our first lap. It'll be a 1:27.4, puts us into P7. It's not a fantastic start here, but I'm sure we can try and find improvements around the racetrack. I know there's a few mistakes I made here and there. Pushing on now to the end of our second lap, we are improved by about a second here, including a purple first sector. To charge towards the line, signs right there in front of us. It's up to P2. That's a Red Bull lockout right now. So Verstappen on pole by 6/10 right now. We're in second place, Norris third, Bottas fourth, and Hamilton fifth. Right, so we'll change our tyres and get set for one more lap at the end of the session here. I have to try and time it just right, but I think I may have mistimed this for our second run on these fresh tyres. And this could have been the pole run based on our pace in the second lap, given how good we were on tyres that had already done a full lap of qualifying. So down to, we're still in P2 right now. We could see a position drop in the last couple of moments of qualifying here, because we've got cars in front of us who are yet set lap times to try and finish off, that could potentially try and jump us, including Daniel Ricciardo there in front of us. The seconds are winding down, and as we make our way through turn 17 for the last time, Hamilton takes P2, Bottas takes it from him, so Hamilton P3, it looks like P4 for us across the line, so things ruined by the last run there.
Qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves of our top 3. Verstappen, Bottas and Lewis Hamilton. With qualifying wrapped up, we now have our grid line-up for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
So Verstappen takes pole, then Bottas second, and Hamilton in third. We wind up fourth, and Norris behind us in fifth. So the three Brits, there's every chance of an all-British podium should things go our way. But Verstappen, we quite a force to deal with. Of course, we've got to get around the two Mercedes cars as well. So it will come down to how we handle things on race day. Time now for the British Grand Prix.
Great Britain then, one of only two countries to have held a Grand Prix in every single year of the Formula One World Championship. And the circuit extends that record further for today's Grand Prix. The 3.6 miles of the Silverstone circuit in Great Britain is hallowed ground to the Formula One faithful. We have 18 corners that wrap around this former World War II airbase and some good passing opportunities at the end of the DRS zones. It's race day yet again, and joining me for a chat, Anthony Davidson. And our racers are certainly in for a rough day today. What will you be watching for as they go down into turn one?
Well, the start of the race is always one of the most nerve-wracking parts. You have to hope that everyone is able to get off to a clean start, and this is possibly the trickiest part of the entire race. So many drivers in such a small space, and finding your braking point into turn one as well. It's a testament to the driver's skill that there aren't more incidents.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Hamilton, Cohen, Lando Norris and Ricciardo, Sainz, Leclerc, Gasly and Yuki Tsunoda, Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Lance Stroll and Vettel, Giovinazzi, Russell, Mick Schumacher and Nicholas Latifi, Mazepin and Kimi Raikkonen finishes off the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Okay, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but treat it like any other race. Don't take unnecessary risks.
So here we go then, no more talking, time for action for the British Grand Prix from P4 on the starting grid. Hamilton, Bottas and Verstappen all there in front of us. So crucially, in terms of strategy for the race ahead then, we start on the soft tyres obviously and go on to a set of mediums to finish the race off. But I've got my eye out on those hard tyres because obviously, given what we dealt with last time at Silverstone in our home Grand Prix last season, I don't want to deal with the temperatures being out of control again and from there struggling on the medium tyres. So we'll keep them on to be changed onto for our second stint, but we'll keep the hard tyres in mind as well in case we do need to divert strategy change plan there for a more comfortable race. But here come the lights now for the British Grand Prix, round 7 of the 2021 season. Lights out, foot to the floor, and we are underway. Verstappen gets a good start, covers off Bottas. Hamilton looking to try and challenge for second place, going towards turn 1, 3 wide, with the two McLarens into the first right-hander, getting away from both those two cars, keeping Norris and Ricciardo behind us, but crucially unable to get any places off the line there. So Verstappen jumps in front from Bottas and Hamilton. It's uniform in the top 3, top 5 make that, because we're in 4th place, and Norris behind us in 5th, beating out his teammate off of turn number 2 and going out through turn 5 and then the way to straight for the first time today, charging up towards the end of the first sector. Verstappen with a dream start, he'll lead the way over Bottas and then Hamilton in 3rd. On to lap number 1 here, down the hanger straight for the first time, heading up towards Stowe, the right-hander at turn 15, closing in all the time on Hamilton here. No DRS for 2 laps as at this point, but going down towards turn 16, might try a dive into the left-hander, down the inside we go on the 6th-time world champion and making the place stick up at the podium places for the first time today on the opening lap. But Verstappen leads the way, he's got a decent second or so on Bottas and we sit in 3rd place now, just about in DRS range, because we've got a lap or so to try and close in on Bottas, but pushing on now to the end of lap number 4. We are up the tail of the fin in the Mercedes there, but Hamilton right behind us. Norris about a second back from Lewis in a minute, but Max 3 seconds to the good. Look at that advantage he's pulled on us already. It's been a fantastic start for him as he make our way up through turns 1 and 2. Once again, closing on Bottas, but a bit wide there at turn 1. Yellow flag behind us. Looks like one of the Ferraris. Carlos Sainz again, and for the second race in a row, Carlos Sainz has got a problem this early on in the Grand Prix. And that now makes both Ferrari drivers to have problems in the early stages of a race this season twice in a row. Leclerc in the first 2 races of the season, now Sainz last time in France and this time here in Britain. So Sainz is out of the running, but we can't concern ourselves with that too much. We've got our own problems here. Charles Challenge Bottas going down towards turn 6, looking for the second place position on the inside to the outside for turn 7 though, and trying to keep it in front, close to contact with the fin there, but going around the outside and making the move stick into second place now. Red Bull 1-2, and we'll now start trying to work on chasing Verstappen down, but down to 19 cars. Then Sainz is out. On to lap 6 then. Bottas trying again on the outside and going towards turn 6. Of course, we made the move on him a lap ago, keeping it in front, but something tells me those Mercedes cars won't let us get away. They're not going to let us have it our own way here, despite Verstappen having it his own way up front. Norris has joined this party now. He's there in P5, currently chasing the two Mercedes cars, and of course us in P2. On lap 8 though, Bottas goes around the outside going towards Stowe, takes second place away, but can we try and come back at him though, going towards turn 16? I don't think so. Way too wide on corner exit out of Stowe. He'll be P2 for now then, but a lap later we'll have to make our first pit stop of this British Grand Prix. Running onto the grass there, onto the curb again at Stowe, but jumping into the pit lane now for our first stop of this Grand Prix. The soft tyres have been okay so far, of course, ignoring the fact we're on our qualifying tyre there, which we didn't have a problem with last time we're here at Silverstone. Obviously it'll be a bit more worn, but we'll come on to our medium tyres now. I think those should get us through to the end of the race without too much trouble here. So going into our pit stall, the only car can actually come into the pit lane so far. So we're making us stop a lap earlier than everyone else here. But coming in now for our change, medium tyres on the car, 2.6 to go pit stop. We are away. There's a long run to the pit exit here at Silverstone, but that'll push us obviously out the points, paying places down towards the back of the pack. We're trying to avoid concerning ourselves with the lap cars too much, as we did in Baku a few races ago. Bottas and Hamilton pulling away. Bottas has got all to himself right now. Norris again battling Hamilton. That's a common theme this season. And Verstappen still showing the way as he comes to lap 10 and out of the pit lane to complete our pit strategy for this race. And of course, we'll run these medium tyres to the end disregarding any issues. Mazepin into the pit lane, so he's joined us, but he's quite a way behind in the race right now. Schumacher and Latifi, our next two targets, going down towards Copse, up towards turn number 9 in the circuit. Down the inside of Schumacher, making our way through, putting alongside him and pulling clear. Slightly wide at corner exit, but keeping it mostly within the white lines and chasing Latifi now. Out of Megas and Beckett down the hanger straight once again. Going to pull to the left-hand side of the track. Bit of contact there with the back left tyre of Latifi's Williams here. Pushing towards the right-hand side of the racetrack and clearing him before we actually reach Stowe. And now Kimi Raikkonen, our next target, a bit wide there going through turn 15. But Raikkonen, the next car in front of us, and Russell there as well. Hamilton and Norris though both pitted. Bottas stayed out, has come very close to hitting the back of Kimi Raikkonen's Alfa Romeo there through turn 16. We're trying to avoid getting close like that, especially when we're dealing with cars who aren't our race at this point. As we make our way through, Hamilton and Norris heading towards the pit lane exit here to go up towards turn 1, chasing Raikkonen into the first corner, and we should see Hamilton emerge behind us on pit exit to make our way through turns 2. There he is, and making his way out on the racetrack. We are back in front of Hamilton here, but crucially, our race is with Bottas, so of course we were chasing before we came into the pit lane here, but Raikkonen holding us at bay for now, but DRS will be to our favour to make our way down the Wellington straight up towards turn 6. Once again, of course, we made the initial move for second place, passing Raikkonen here, nice and easy. Red Bull versus Alfa Romeo, not much contest there. So into turn 6, P11 now, and of course we'll see a few more cars coming to the pits next time round, pushing on to start lap 12, right behind Antonio Giovinazzi. Verstappen quite a way in front of us here. I think he's actually made a stop already, and he's actually back on the racetrack. There is Bottas getting back in front of us there, so maintaining his position. He's in a net P2, and we'll start work and try and challenge that Mercedes ASAP as we make our way down towards turn 4, down the inside. They're taking an opportunity here. Bottas doesn't see us coming, makes contact. We wrestle our way past him on the inside and take P4 back. That's a net P2 for us now. Giovinazzi in that train still with us and Hamilton behind. Ocon and Vettel yet to pit, but Verstappen has come into the pit lane. He is back on the racetrack in a dominant lead right now and on course to win this race without any more concerns. Bottas down towards Stowe once again on lap 12, down the inside, makes the pass for P4. Once again, we should see Vettel lock on in this time off their soft tyres onto a set of mediums. Out of Stowe, looking for another move going down towards turn 16 if we can, as we did on Lewis on the first lap. Down inside of Bottas, who narrowly gives us the space this time around, and around the outside he goes over the curb. We got up into P4, and of course we P2 when Vettel and Ocon make their stops, which they're doing now. So we'll come back onto the racetrack and we'll maintain our second place for now as Hamilton challenges Bottas going up towards turn 1. Verstappen 10.5 seconds down the road right now in a dominant advantage as we come off turn 16 on lap 15. Verstappen fastest lap again. He's been on those medium tyres for 3 laps now, but the pace of Verstappen's AI sets is just insane. He's been setting fastest lap after fastest lap, and onto lap 16, Hamilton has now dispatched Bottas and will try and take us going up towards Stowe, around the outside, making that move stick. He clears us going towards the braking zone. Let's try and find our way back around him as soon as we can here to make our way through turn number 15 on the racetrack and head out towards 16 again. Way too deep at the exit of Stowe and making our way through. Can we try and dive to the inside once more? Not close enough to even try the move, not worth it from here, from this far back. So we'll keep our position, hold station for now. And on to lap 17, we'll try and make a move, perhaps going down towards turn 3. It'll be our best opportunity, I think, early on the lap. But of course, if not there, then the DRS zone going towards turn number 6 on the Wellington straight. So on to lap 17 now, within the final 10 laps of this race, and closing Lewis all the time in front of the home fans. Down the inside of the racetrack, 2 Brits going wheel to wheel on the circuit for P2. We'll take P2 back from Lewis, force him wide. Bottas and Norris there behind looking to counter. Hamilton tries to switch back but doesn't get enough of an exit to try and challenge. He'll be right behind us on corner exit, but we will take away that second spot and we'll get DRS too, because we were right in behind. We were just behind him at the time of the detection point. So P2 for us once again, and a purple sector to boot as well. So we are fast, but Verstappen is just that bit fast. It's going to lap number 19 here. Hamilton once again trying position going down towards turn number 6. Down the inside goes our compatriot in the Silver Arrow. On the outside going through turn 6, but the inside for turn 7, the preferred line, and making our way through on corner exit. P2 is ours once again, but a bit wide on corner exit, putting our back left tyre in the gravel, but luckily avoiding any drama. So we'll maintain our spot for now as Bottas again tries to challenge Hamilton going towards Copse onto lap 23. A couple more laps to go in this race, and Hamilton and Bottas have been fighting each other for the last few laps, and as a result of falling back, they're 1.4 seconds behind. Yellow flag behind us here. It looks like one of the cars around us. Bottas is falling back. As Bottas got a problem of some kind, and this late on in the Grand Prix, because the guy we're chasing in our rivalry, crucially, the guy who's chasing us now after France, but he's pulling over the car, looks to have died. Bottas is out of the race with just a few laps to go here at Silverstone. As you see us pulling away from the two cars there, Hamilton's one out of Valtteri. I think Valtteri's car is just giving in. There's the bit of smoke there, going through turn 6, he got offline. Norris make the move, takes P4 away, but crucially, Bottas is out, and that'll be big points in our rivalry with him, and that could help us seal a race or two early if we're lucky. Bottas is out of the race, his car stalled, that's it. Mazepin, our lap traffic now, lap 23, because things haven't gone well for him today. Verstappen is still fast, he's 17.3 seconds up the road, and is still banging out fastest laps like no tomorrow. He's been the absolute final way the fastest car. But on to lap 25 then, Lewis with no fight against Valtteri. It's been open season for him. We're trying to close back in on us. And the lap to go, he's within half a second, and Norris there in P4-2. Minus Verstappen. This will be a fantastical British podium racing for the win at Silverstone. But P2 is on the line for us right now as he got up towards turn 3 for the last time. Hamilton right on our tail. Might try and make a move with DRS going towards turn 6 for the last time down the Wellington straight. But going through turn 4, we've got to prep ourselves as well as we can for that. Might try and break the toe on corner exit. DRS is in play for Hamilton now. We've got to use our battery the best we can here and go to the left-hand side of the race. But Lewis still closing in up towards the 6th corner. Into the left-hander he goes. Tries to go around the outside, but goes to it way too late though, and makes his way off corner exit. Forces himself an error. Norris around his outside. They're going side by side now. Norris might take P3 away from Lewis on the last lap, trying to deny Mercedes any podium at all in this Grand Prix. And big loss in the constructors for them as Red Bull lead 1-2. And at the front of that 1-2 is Max Verstappen, who's coming through the last few corners here to pick up his 3rd win of the season. He's been fantastically dominant this afternoon as he rounds the last corner at Silverstone. We won't win at home, but it's Verstappen who takes the flag here at Silverstone for Red Bull. 1-2 once again, our 3rd of the season. We can finish this one off, but Norris is there right behind us. Might try and challenge up towards Stowe for the last time. Verstappen wins the race. He goes over the line to take the flag. Norris on the outside though, going in towards turn number 15 for the final time, and he up towards the last chicane on corner exit. We're side by side with the McLaren guys trying to outbrake him, going into the left-hander here, outbraking our compatriot and going around his outside, clearing Norris and narrowly holding on to P2. Then Hamilton off the podium, loss of ground in the Drivers' Championship for him, but P2 for us then. Another podium finish, our 3rd straight, obviously the race win in France there, one of those 3. Fantastic performance here to hold off those guys in the end. Bottas' retirement was a big loss for Mercedes. It's a big gain for us at Red Bull, and going to Belgium, we're in a very good position in both championships now.
Well, they've done a brilliant job, I must say, under some intense pressure to take a well-earned victory here at the British Grand Prix. And talk to me, what do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection. A shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
So Verstappen wins it then, and we end up on the British podium here at the British Grand Prix for the first time in our F1 career. Hopefully there'll be a few more to come over the course of this series, but hopefully one day it'll be us on the top step of the podium and not Verstappen. So we'll see how much Verstappen has increased his lead by and how that impacts our standing in the drivers' table.
Max Verstappen should be pleased with his performance, making gains at the top of the table. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
I have to say Sebastian Vettel certainly caught my eye during today's race. Incredible driving.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Red Bull pull further ahead in the standings. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
Me neither. Let's have a look at the rest of the top 10 then. So Lewis comes home in 4th place, Ricciardo 5th, Leclerc 6th, Gasly 7th, Alonso 8th, Vettel 9th, and Ocon likely the last car that benefited from Bottas' retirement. And so Sainz and Bottas failing to see the flags today. Poor days for Mercedes and for Ferrari, but a fantastic day for Red Bull. Verstappen leads the championship now by 27 points to Hamilton. We're 41 back. We've closed that gap though to Lewis. We're about 14 points off of Lewis as of right now. So the gap can be closable over the rest of the second half of the season. So still 9 races to go. A long way to go in the season. And Red Bull lead by 49 points to Mercedes now. It's been a fantastic last few rounds. Hopefully that form will continue. We can try and close down Lewis and Max over the rest of the season. But guys, that'll do it for this episode of the F1 Ultimate Career Series. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more future F1 content. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.